Are you struggling to get a copy of your birth certificate in Illinois? Maybe you're finding all the bureaucracy just totally overwhelming? Well, stay tuned, because this step-by-step guide will make the process effortlessly simple for you. Whether you're a busy parent juggling life in the suburbs or a professional commuting downtown in Chicago, getting your hands on this essential document absolutely does not have to be a headache. We're going to clear it all up right now. So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're covering why you actually need this record, who is eligible to get it, the exact online application process, understanding the costs, and finally, how to avoid those frustrating common delays. All right, let's jump right in. Starting off with Section 1, why you need this record. You know, it's so easy to completely forget about your birth certificate until the exact second you desperately need it. The crucial thing to remember here is that a certified copy, the one with the raised state or county seal, is literally the ultimate proof of identity for major life events. Think about it. If you're a resident of Schiller Park and you need a passport for an international flight out of O'Hare, you have to have this document. Or if you're trying to enroll your child in a Barrington school or maybe a youth sports league in Lombard, they are definitely going to ask for this. Oh, and if you're upgrading your Illinois driver's license to a real ID, a certified birth certificate is mandatory for that proof of citizenship. Moving on to Section 2, who is actually eligible? Because contrary to popular belief, birth records in Illinois are not just public information that anyone can grab. Illinois law protects these records strictly. You have to prove what they call a direct and tangible interest. But what does that actually mean in the real world? Well, basically, you can request it if you're the adult named on the record, meaning you're 18 or older. You can also get it if you're a parent whose name is explicitly listed on the certificate. If you happen to be a legal guardian, you'll need the official court documentation with a seal to prove it. Siblings, spouses, and grandparents can sometimes get them too, but they face way stricter documentation requirements to prove that direct relationship. And honestly, the local bureaucracy is a perfect example of why this whole process can feel so confusing. Different counties have these incredibly dense, completely unique rules. If you look at Cook County versus DuPage County, the local process is all over the place. Some places let you order by mail, some through a local currency exchange, and some make you show up strictly in person, which is exactly why we're cutting through the noise today and focusing on the absolute most efficient method, the online system. That brings us to Section 3, the online application process. This is where we save you a miserable trip down to the local clerk's office. You can completely bypass the physical office by following these simple steps. First, you're going to set up your request by selecting your specific jurisdiction, like the Illinois Department of Public Health, or maybe your specific county, like Lake or Cook. Second, you just methodically input the exact birth details. Third, and this one is absolutely crucial, you'll be prompted to prepare and upload a secure copy of your government-issued ID. And finally, you authorize your payment. Simple, right? Let's look a bit closer at how this network actually operates. Now, this is really interesting. The Illinois Department of Public Health actually does not have its own direct online portal built into their website. Instead, they route every single electronic request through their authorized exclusive third-party partner, which is called VitalCheck. So when you go to the state website, you'll naturally be redirected there. Don't worry, though. It's a highly secure system that connects directly to state and county databases. That means your order is verified and printed directly from official government offices. Okay, Section 4. Understanding the costs, because you should definitely expect fees to vary depending on where you're looking. Costs vary heavily based on whether you order from the state itself or your specific county. Local clerks basically get to set their own rates, so you're looking at a range from $10 in Lake County all the way up to $25 in Sangamon County for the very first copy. Here is a massive pro tip for you. If you think you're going to need multiple copies, always order them at the same time. Additional copies are usually heavily discounted if you bundle them in one order. But keep in mind that on top of those base fees, VitalCheck tacks on a processing and standard postage surcharge of $12.45 just for the convenience of ordering online. So if you order a $15 record from Cook County, expect your real total to be closer to $27.45. And if you're in a rush and need it expedited via UPS Air or 2-day shipping, that can easily add another $16 to $19. However, it is so vital to know that Illinois law waives these fees entirely for certain vulnerable populations. If you are currently experiencing homelessness, living in a domestic violence shelter, or navigating the justice system, like if you're incarcerated in Cook County Jail or the Illinois Department of Corrections, or even if you've just been released within the last 90 days, you can get a certified copy completely for free. You just need a verifying staff member or human services agent to sign a form confirming your eligibility. And finally, Section 5, avoiding common delays. Let's do some quick troubleshooting to make sure your application doesn't get stuck in bureaucratic limbo. A government-issued photo ID, like an Illinois driver's license, a state ID, or a U.S. passport, is absolutely mandatory. Let's do a quick mock walkthrough. Imagine you fill out the whole online form perfectly, but then you snap a blurry photo of your driver's license using your phone in a dark room, or maybe you upload a license that expired 2 months ago. The state will immediately pause or return your request unprocessed. Seriously, they do not mess around with identity verification. Now, a really common FAQ we see is, well, what if I don't have a standard photo ID right now? Don't panic. You can absolutely provide alternative forms of identification. The catch is you have to provide at least 2 of them, and they must clearly show your current name and address. A great combo would be uploading a recent utility bill paired with a medical insurance card, or maybe a bank statement. Voter registration cards and pay stubs work beautifully too. Just make sure the name exactly matches the name on your request. Here's another major troubleshooting tip for you. Triple check your application to ensure you've provided the exact spelling of the parents' names, specifically the mother's maiden name, and the precise city of birth. For example, if you write that a child was born in Chicago, but they were actually born at a hospital in a neighboring suburb like Lombard or Schiller Park, boom, that mismatch will instantly pause your order. Accuracy is definitely your best friend here. So are you ready to conquer the bureaucracy and secure your vital records today? By following these steps, prepping your ID, and double-checking your details, you're going to have that birth certificate in your hands in no time. Now, please keep in mind that this guide provides general information for educational purposes only and should not be construed as legal or official advice. For any specific queries, you should contact the Illinois Department of Public Health or consult a legal professional. But before we wrap up, ask yourself, do you know exactly where your birth certificate is right now? Don't wait for an emergency to find out. Secure your vital records today.